What's up guys, and welcome back to On The Brick with another custom minifigure review. And yes, this week is in fact Count Dooku, as something random out there guessed. This minifigure comes from the Minifig Co. And as always, a link is in the description down below. And if you like what you see, consider hitting that like button and subscribe for more custom minifigure reviews. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you were watching this video or are subscribed to my channel, which you should be, then I'm guessing it's safe to assume you already know who Count Dooku is and that I shouldn't have to explain. And if you don't, well, there's like a movie plus 20 minutes and then like the whole of the Clone Wars to watch. But I just have to say that I really love how more and more custom makers are moving away from just doing clones, and they are starting to do things like Jedi and Sith. I know that companies like Calypso Customs or Big Kid Bricks have always done that, but it's nice to see some of the bigger hitters like AV Figures, Minifig Co, and Forest Moon Bricks also start to make their own. Now, one thing that's really interesting about this and what I personally like is honestly just how simple it is. Unlike some other characters like certain clones or even other Jedi or Sith, Count Dooku's design was never overly complicated in any way. It's really just simple and basic, and yet I think this does a great job of capturing that without being too simple. The torso has designs on it. You can see the chain holding his cape along with some of the cape on there, a really nice belt going across it, and then also some of like the cloth lines as well. One major criticism that I do have for this minifigure though is just how dark it really is. Even in real life, it's a little hard to see any of the detail. And the worst contender for that is easily the legs, where I wouldn't blame you if you thought there was nothing down here. But if I hold this really close to the camera with my extremely shaky hands, you can see that there is in fact some detail here. It's a good thing that I decided to be a content creator and not a doctor. The design work also goes all the way around, including on the sides of the legs, the arms, and the torso, and again, it's quite simple as well, and when you buy this, you do get the cape. Now, this cape is one of those like hard ones. It's not one of these soft cloth ones, unfortunately, but it's not like that ruins the minifigure or anything. I know some people prefer the newer ones, but I do think this is perfectly fine. And one area about custom Lego that I think is extremely underrated, and honestly not just custom Lego but Lego in general, is being able to capture the likeness of a real person in a Lego head. When you think about it, a Lego head doesn't really have that many details on it, considering that they're all exactly the same size and usually very similar shades. It's kind of hard to differentiate without extra care. And so those differences really come together in all the different pieces here, including like the hair, the color of the eyes, or in this case how like there is a beard that really closely resembles Christopher Lee. He's got some pretty big bushy eyebrows, a little bit of a shadow underneath them as well. He's got protruding cheeks and even wrinkles, and it's all those little details that help this stand out from just a generic looking old guy to being Christopher Lee and Count Dooku. And this purchase does include a custom lightsaber from Brick Tactical, which is amazing. It captures Count Dooku's lightsaber perfectly, including that little like arc, and as a kid I always imagined that it was actually longer, but the first time he turned on his lightsaber he cut off the rest of it. I don't know, it made sense to like 7-year-old me. Overall, I love this guy and I hope they continue the line with more Sith and more Jedi. I would personally love to see their take on like Darth Maul or Kylo Ren. And again, if you're interested in getting one for yourself, the link is down below. And I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking and subscribing, and I would really appreciate it if you wanted to head over to my Patreon so you can join all of these wonderful people and help with the monthly giveaways. It would be awesome if you did, and you get extra entries every single month. And next week's minifigure has an interesting story, so I'm gonna have to brood over it for a bit. Leave your guesses in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.